Okay. Oh, Baldini is here.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah.
Baldini. So what's going on?
I'm recovering from last night.
Uh-huh. It was the Yager, you said. I don't believe you because I had some of that Yager too.
One of those parties, I haven't been to them in.
Yeah, I was just getting together with Hugh and a good friend of ours, Paul Perrier.
Oh, okay.
Vanessa was there, a few more people, and we were rocking on. And then we'll give a shout out to Young at Annex Live, which is this new live music venue, and he was kind enough to send over a round of
Absolutely,
Jaegers.
and I got to say that place is so different than because it used to be the Poor Alex, or
That's
it's in
right.
the space that used to be the Poor Alex.
That's right.
And it's really an amazing space. Actually, we were talking about last night, one of the best live venues that I've seen in the city in a long time in the location.
Well, wait a minute. Who are you? You were listening to who, or who's the band
They
you
have an
knew?
open
Or?
jam on Tuesday night.
Oh, I see.
Is it Eric and Ali? One of the country people.
Okay.
I think that was her name.
Ali,
Yeah, the girl.
Of course, you remember the girl's name. You don't
Well,
remember the guy's name.
but
But
I only talked to her.
They run this amazing jam. You were there last night, and they're like, well, they could use a few more microphones, but full band. And I know you play in a band and plan on going down there. But also on Sunday night, I think you might know Scott Berriger. He used to do the open jam at the James Joyce for like 7 years, so he's going to be doing one on Sunday night. But anyway, fantastic venue. We were out last night. We had a great time.
Well, good for
And
them.
Scott showed up too, didn't he?
Scott was there last night. Yeah.
I think the former owner of Dooney's is the owner there.
Oh, really?
Marchese, that owned Dooney's. It was that cafe. It was all windows on balloons.
This guy's
anyway,
name is Young, and it's spelled like D-Z-E-U-N-G.
Yeah.
Young.
Like Chinese.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's changed. Okay,
Yes, I
but
guess.
good.
But yeah,
Fair enough,
definitely
fair enough.
worth checking out. We were there last night, and eventually have a show there, which is a great segue into.
It's a giant stage, and it's a giant. The sound was
was
great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Service was good. I mean, and you can order wings in certain like pubby type places, but these are like really good wings. Like they're.
Okay,
And
now
I
you
wouldn't
got me
call it-
hungry. I'm getting hungry, Baldini.
Anyway, so I was going to have a show there at some point, but this is a great segue. The biggest news is I have a show a week Friday. That's Friday, March 9th. It's at the Comedy Bar, which is on Bloor at Ossington. And the theater, it's a parlor room, so it only holds 45 seats. There's only about like less than 10 tickets left. It's God honest truth. And I'm really excited about it because it's my first show outside of the Ontario Science Centre, where I've performed. I've put on over 50 shows in their huge 400-seat theater, but it was always more of a kid type of approach. Here, I get to push the envelope a little with some of the more dirty stuff, if you will, and so I'm really, really excited about that.
Now, where's it going to be again?
The Comedy Bar.
Where is that?
That is Bloor.
At Ossington.
At Ossington, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Dan's just kind of saying, "Weren't you here?"
The
He
Comedy
said that
Bar.
a few
I
seconds
just want to
ago.
make sure everybody out there gets the
All right.
I
information,
appreciate
right?
it.
You
I
got to
appreciate
repeat
it.
things
Because
because sometimes people don't get it the first time.
And
particularly when you're a journalist.
and I failed etiquette class. I should have let you finish it, and I threw in my voice.
Oh, go on.
Okay, thank you,
Go
thank you.
on. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
And what else is the balloons? The balloons are like the biggest thing now for me, and
Yep.
you saw some of it last night.
Wait, there was something about balloons. I forget.
There's
There was some
pole-
joke about it last night.
I do tons of stuff. Would you like to see a
I
balloon
think somebody said because we had
Yeah.
we had a little bit of an altercation last night,
Minor, but it was good.
and I'm just saying.
I
you know,
overreacted.
and
there, I said it on air. I
oh,
overreacted.
Okay.
Go figure.
And anyway, when you took a break to whatever,
Sing.
we would go, what's wrong with Baldini? But the balloon comedy business is a very competitive game. He's under a lot of pressure.
Dun, 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 dun. I usually say, this next trick is very safe. It's latex.
Oh, latex.
But the other thing we
That's
did,
the wrong
look at,
size.
and it matches your shirt.
well, I actually was going more for like that channel colors of the purple.
Oh, I see.
And
Very good.
oh, here's one for you, Dan.
Oh, thank you.
A pink one.
Sweet.
There's a lighter color of purple, and yeah. So let's just try this. So you can grab it.
Has anybody tried to blow in this balloon
This is what I'm
before?
getting at.
Are
Grab it.
these
You want to stretch it out to your arms like this, right? It's not going to break.
Okay.
Okay. Now the idea is this, and I did it last night. I usually find the biggest guy in the bar. I go, hey, bro, beer if you can blow that up. And the guy's there all night. But then, of course, Perrier managed to burst the bubble.
Well, he wanted that beer.
And I bought him a beer. But it goes like this. Got to leave some reservoir.
Oh, it's
So give it a shot, gentlemen. Everyone else get ready to laugh.
Yeah, there's got to be a trick to it.
Come on, Dan. Blow. Come on, Hugh. Yeah, it ain't happening, man.
I have asthma.
See, a lot of people
That's
try.
why I speak, I have asthma.
There you go.
You almost got it. I'm feeling like a fool here.
Yeah, you should see the big guys in the bar try and do it. But anyway, the story behind it is people try and blow those up like a regular balloon.
Yeah. So what? Yeah.
You're more like a trumpet from the diaphragm. So it's more of a, right? And then once you get that first bubble, you kind of push the rest. Yeah.
Did you play trumpet in high school,
I
Baldini?
did, actually.
So did I.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See? Love Me Tender.
No, I tried that too.
Yeah.
It's not going.
Anyway, you can give that up. So,
Hey.
yeah, but how did I learn? A friend of mine, Sean Rooney, who's an amazing balloon artist. He actually will sculpt for entire rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. Yeah.
And so anyway, he ended up hanging out with me at my place for about a week, and of course balloons were everywhere, right? And I was like, "You guys, how do you blow this thing up?" And it just came eventually.
Oh, I see.
And so he was my original inspiration. Now I'm twisting things like the Wile E. Coyote full scale, and I actually brought something for you, which I made. But this is one of the bits that I like to do. One of the bits I like to do. See, when you first learn how to twist a balloon, the first thing you learn is the dog, right? It's the easiest thing. And I actually bought a book, and it says, twist 2 inches, twist 2, fold together, twist, and then all of a sudden, there's a dog, and you're like, holy crap, I twisted something. So what's funny is it's the easiest one to do. When I do a kid's party, and a kid goes, can you make me a dog? And like inside, I'm going, yes, yeah, I think I can make that. But I'm going to show you something a little bit different. See, the dog is like this, and we're not going to make a dog. We're going to make a dog, but not just any dog.
Okay.
We're going to make a dirty dog.
Oh.
Now, this is the ears, that's the nose, and by the way, the giraffe is just a dog with a long neck.
That's right.
It's
Okay.
true, it's true.
Very good.
Now, we'll make the neck, we'll make the front legs, and now we're looking good.
Okay, now, I don't know if we can get these
I-
cameras.
you went
to-
Where,
so
where am I
fast.
going camera-wise? There? Should I stay right there?
don't
Now
know,
watch
maybe.
carefully. We'll leave it right here in this area here. This is the body. This is one of the back legs, and this is the other back leg. And then all of a sudden, you're like, holy crap, I have a dog. A dog.
It looks just like a dog.
Now,
Baldini.
here's the thing. If you want a poodle, you just go like this.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
But we're not making a poodle.
That looks like a
We're not making a dog. By the way, if you want a fox, you just tuck the tail in like this. See how versatile these things are? But we're not making a dog. We're not making a giraffe. We're not making a poodle. We're not making a fox. We're making a dirty dog.
Oh.
Look, lipstick. Oh, no, he didn't. Wait, I'm a moil. We got to castrate him.
You must have been doing this for a while. You say you
Dead
just
dog.
Oh yeah, my goodness. Oh my
He's a
God.
professional.
Yes, you may applaud for that, all two people.
Yay.
You,
Yeah, so balloons are my new thing, and I try and work
we may
comedy
get
bits in. And
we may get some phone-in complaints about you being, nasty to the dog.
any press is good press,
It's,
Dan.
I guess. Okay.
Or
okay.
or the other dirty thing you did.
What, the
Yes,
lipstick? I got way dirtier stuff, man.
I
So,
know.
so anyway, so just to wrap it up about like my show, this is exactly why I am excited to do this particular show, because I get to be more me and not so,
Because at the
oriented.
Science Center, your audience was kids primarily,
Right, but I mean, you have the adults there as well, and the effects are the same. You
Yeah.
see me do the penetrating bands. I mean, a perfect example is, and I'm not going to do this whole routine, but I talk at the Science Center about Casper the Friendly Ghost, saying he goes through walls. Why does he go through walls? Because he's not solid. He's a ghost. Humans can't go through walls like this because we're both solid, wall and person. No way at all. But Casper magically goes right through, right?
What?
Yeah.
And what's amazing about that is actually it actually teaches kids
Yeah.
science, right? And that's the amazing thing. I also do lunchtime programs in school, 8-week programs where I teach magic and I explain the science behind it. And teachers have come in and actually sat in and said, like, I've never seen anyone hold the attention of kids while you teach them science. You're teaching them science. And it's just amazing. Now, if I go and do that at my show, I'm going to say, hey, want to see a really cool trick that involves Impossible penetration? Don't worry, it's safe. It's with my rubbers.
Yeah.
Although there are two pretty big holes in them. Now watch, impossible penetration.
Okay.
And you get the idea, right? Like
Yeah.
the idea is it'll be the same type of effects, yet
Yeah.
the patter
Yeah,
be
yeah.
far more not like ridiculously dirty, but definitely
Yeah,
not kiddie-like.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Good. So people get a chance to see that act. What?
Yeah.
How long is this show?
The show?
Yeah.
It's it'll be about an hour and a half in total. I have an opening act, a guy by the name of Rob Testa, who is amazing. I think he's in his late 20s. He's very comedic style magician. Great opening act. You can get him on Facebook, or you just go to the Palpable Parlor Magic Show event page, and you can see it. He's going to open up with a 15 to 20 minute bit, and he really is hysterical. And then I'll probably go for about an hour and 10. I'll feel the audience out. Like, you know, a lot of times I'll just feel like people have had enough. Rare, but
Yeah.
that was an oxymoron. But you know, I'll have enough material to go for that long. And if I see people getting restless, I might knock out an effect or something like that. But
You know, Baldini, so you're going to be playing this comedy bar, right? So this is where magic crosses the line into comedy a little bit. And also, I just want to talk about it because I found out last night, as we were talking, that you weren't always a magician,
No.
weren't always an artist, right?
No.
I mean, you get your MBA,
this is true.
right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a late evolution. I always wanted to, you know, I wanted the material things in life. I wanted, you know, 2-3 Porsches, you know, going back to like, what was that movie with Tom Cruise? Risky Business. Like, you wanted
did see the
Porsche.
movie.
There was no substitute. And then I had, so I was working in marketing companies, and I was doing cross promotions for Kraft and Pizza Hut and Procter and Gamble, and you know, pulling down like 152. You know, like
Wow.
I'm talking like 6 figures, 152.
That's good.
Yeah, where is it now? So about 10 or 12 years ago, I saw a magician, a guy by the name of Magic Mike, my original inspiration in magic, and I was like, how do you do that? I was that guy that I encounter all the time. And I pushed, and he never told me how a thing was done, but he did tell me where the magic store was, and I went there and I started buying some tricks just to have on my sales calls, right? And I just
Oh.
kept going back and back and back, and then a year in, someone's like, how much to hire you? And hire me, and 2 years in, I was on YTV, and then 8 years later, I was on that channel, which was a huge accomplishment.
Well, and it's been all skyrocketing career from there.
It
right?
absolutely has. So I did have my MBA, and I guess the artist in me decided to come out, and now sometimes I struggle to make rent, God honest truth, but I sleep a lot better at night, and as corny as this sounds, my reward that you cannot put a dollar value on is when I make people smile performing magic, comedy, balloons, whatever it is, that's my rush in life.
Well, it's got more soul, I suppose.
Absolutely.
I'm not knocking everyone that's working back in your previous job, but yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, Baldini, you've heard that expression. People say, do what you love. Right?
Yes.
And then you don't have to worry about the money.
Yes.
Do you buy into that
Absolutely.
philosophy?
I mean, I'm case in point. I'm the poster boy for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing what I love, and I have my hair-pulling moments in terms of how am I going to, put food on the table or whatever it may be. But I'm very fortunate to have a support network that, if it gets to that, they can, bridge family members will bridge finance me briefly until I pay them back.
Now, do you think, though, Baldini? Because I know we know other artists who are kind of in the same boat, right? And with that struggle,
Yes.
yet there's the hope that at some point that struggle is going to pay off, and you're going to be able to earn a living, a decent living,
Yes.
not just a day-to-day hand-to-mouth,
Yes.
and not having to rely on your network,
Yes,
right,
absolutely.
for help.
I was just going to say, I'm at the cusp. I'm right there. Like this show, for example, you do the math, say 50 tickets times $20, $1,000 in revenue. There will be some comps in there, obviously.
Yeah.
There'll be, $100 for the sound guy and posters and whatever. And so, there's $800 there to be made. I got, promoters that I'm doing with. But it's sold pretty quickly. And if I do it on a somewhat regular basis, like once a month, I'm not saying it'll sell out like that all the time, but that's one major area. But the bigger money comes from the teaching. The school programs. If I do a lunch hour program, and again, you can very quickly do the math. Say I have 25 kids in my class, and they pay on average like $100, $125 for the lunch hour. So that's 8 weeks, 1 hour where I go in and I teach 3-4 tricks, and $100 times 25, right? So if you get 3 or 4 of those, then it becomes a sustainable living. And then there's corporate bookings and so on and so on. So I am right there. And I'm also a photographer, as you know. So every now and then I shoot
I
parties.
just found that out last night, too.
Yeah, I think I put a link on your wall.
That kind of explains your friendship with Paul a bit, because he's obviously...
No, actually, interestingly enough, you know, I definitely why we connect, no question, because I'm a huge fan of his photographic work. And if you haven't checked it out, Paul Perrier.
Paul Perrier.
Just,
he was on the show a couple weeks ago.
What's it called? Cinema, what does he call his thing? Blatant exposure.
That's
exposure.
it,
and he was on a couple weeks ago, wasn't he? Last week?
Yeah.
So, no, we met because I had an idea to do this, you know, go up to the Indian Reserve, and we met, and then a common friend, Ben Marshall, introduced it. Here, don't do this again.
I know Ben Marshall.
I know. We went through this last time. You were out drinking with him at some political thing.
Yeah, that's
You're
right.
trying to place him, remember?
Yes.
Anyway, he was going to help me, you know, with this Indian thing, Indian project, Magic up on an Indian Reserve, and he called up Perrier and introduced us. And Paul was very taken with, I guess, me and the idea. And he actually lent me his, like, you know, pretty expensive digital camera to go up and shoot footage. Came back, watched the 3 hours of footage with me, gave me his input, and, you know, basically said, you know, when you have budget, like, I can't do spec work at my age and where I'm at with my career, but I'm happy to. And we just established a bond. And the fact, obviously, that he's a photographer and I love photography was just another common thread. But he's a big fan. And then I performed at his daughter's birthday party.
Well,
you know,
that helps.
So.
That helps.
So yeah,
Awesome.
great guy.
So I think the important thing is to tie this up into a nice knot, I suppose, is that you gotta let what other people's opinions, such as Kevin O'Leary, Dragon's Den, and others, just kind of float by, waft by. You don't pay attention to this.
Absolutely.
You follow your path, not what he seems to preach. So
Absolutely. And Kevin O'Leary, you know, listen, I know he somewhat has to play that role. It's the dynamic of the show.
yeah.
But he can be pretty dickish, you know, if I can say point blank.
No, it's
so.
okay. It's
But
okay.
yeah, don't worry, be happy. You know,
Yeah.
be nice. What's the one that Eminem said? I don't care if you're white, black, tall, fat, short, gay, straight. You know, be nice to me and I'll be nice to you. It's as simple as that. And that's I would say my modus operandi in life.
Yeah.
You know what? Another thing that strikes me, too, and obviously that's true, but the other thing is just relax. I just I don't,
Good
you know,
advice. I
I'm
could have
on
taken some of that last night.
What, you weren't relaxed? Oh, that. The altercation.
I don't know about this.
It was minor.
We don't even need to get into that. But
Carry on. No,
Baldini
you're
got
saying
up on
relax.
stage. But part of it is, I think, too, I signed up for this. All right, you're on the internet and you sign up for stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I haven't paid for anything yet. So I'm just getting the emails every day, right? But it's about how to sing, right? It's a guy given from LA, I guess a well-known vocal coach.
Yeah.
And he almost says, you know, most important thing, relax and have fun.
That's it.
No matter what you're doing.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it. That is exactly it. As a matter of fact, there's another one of my big inspirations, a guy by the name of Bill Malone, who's a magician. And he is just the most fun. He's a big, heavy, you know, not super big, but you know, heavy set dude. You know, not like the standard, you know, cut magician in the tuxedo and all that.
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of his instructional videos, and I remember you know, and he says, look, guys, the end of the day, you know, go out there, learn the stuff, but most of all, just have fun while you're doing the thing. And if you're having fun while you're doing it, your fans are going to have fun. And that's exactly the idea. The one thing I cannot stand in a magician, you see in a lot of these young 20-something kids who do the nightclubs, is they come off with this, like, aren't I, you know, holier than thou, cocky, I'm the next Chris Angel, like, wasn't that amazing? And that's the furthest thing from me. I always am like, I am humbled, I'm lower than you, I'm just the court jester trying to make you smile. And when I adopt that position, people enjoy the experience of it. Like the whole, not just the card was there, now it's not. The card switched, right? Yeah. And that's what I try to embody when I perform. And you know what, listen, I'm 46 years old, so, you know, not that I'm super old, but I've been around the block, and you learn ways not to behave and then ways to behave as you go along, you know? So, but again, to bring it back, absolutely. Just have fun doing what you're doing, and you're going to be successful.
Good.
You know?
Excellent.
Okay, Baldini. We're just about out of time.
Excellent. Can I give you the gift? I made you a little gift.
Yes. Yes, I'd love to see
no,
this
it's
gift.
nothing dirty unless you want
No,
to
no, no.
get
I
dirty.
don't.
No?
That's another show.
You're going to like this, man. A custom balloon
Whoa. Oh, my goodness. Look at that thing.
microphone. Look at that, buddy.
That is
There you
crazy,
go. You like that?
Baldini.
Look,
That's
there
totally
you go.
awesome.
There you
Where's
go.
that camera? Look at that.
Well, I'm in the
Dan,
totally awesome business. There you go.
This is perfect for some of our shows. We just use mics as props.
There you go.
This is perfect
There
for
you
that.
go. And that's where it's gone with me for balloons. Like I literally, I like to, I like to, see something that I know is a reflection of someone or whatever, and then try and figure out how to make it with balloons. And you got to remember, I've only been doing this for a year.
Oh my goodness.
Talking to the mic. That's
Dan?
what.
Hello, hello, hello. Testing.
Holy crap! It works.
That's great, Baldini.
It works.
So it seems like you've been doing this for years. The way you kind of make it so quickly.
Well, I just
Well, who knows?
sickly,
You probably spent all night on this.
sickly addicted. Now I will leave with this, and I know I've done it before, and I know you're going to kick me off here, but I want to give this to Dan. Now you may want this $50 bill, but I can make it bigger. I don't know where can we
Yeah,
go
make
for
it
that?
bigger.
Yeah,
This is what we
perfect.
wanted.
Here
Make
we go.
the money,
Nothing here,
Baldini.
nothing here, nothing here.
Baldini, a little feedback. There's a camera. See if you can get it in the frame. You see over there?
Here, where do you want me, Randy?
There it is,
Just
there it
down.
is.
No, that's wrong camera.
The one up, all the way to the left.
Okay, just put the other camera. Put the other camera on. Put the okay.
All right,
there you
okay.
go.
You'll be able to see it. You'll totally be able to see
Make
it.
lots of those.
Here we go. Nothing here,
Baldini.
nothing here. The 50 stays in full view, will not leave your
And
sight,
he's
not
giving
for
it
a
to
second.
me,
Look,
and
I
he's giving
fold
it
it
to me.
over, and I unfold it like this, and you can see it is changed to
Look.
1 million
Oh no.
dollars. And my picture's on it. There you go. Hands are empty. I think my time is
Wait a
done
That
here.
really
Wait, let me
helps.
see that.
I don't
Dan.
think this is official. It's got
This-
his name.
How
You're
could
not
it-
supposed to write on the money, Baldini.
How can it not be official?
Oh, let's get your
You're-
picture
I
on
don't
it.
think they allow your
I'm
face
on Mount Rushmore, man. That's real.
Whoa,
Look.
Really?
whoa, that's good. That's good
See
paper.
on the back there? I'm on
Well,
Mount Rushmore.
We're gonna have to have a
See it?
discussion.
Are you
Oh yeah,
on
look,
Mount Rushmore?
he's on my.
Oh,
See,
there
now
it
you
is.
know it's
I don't know.
real.
Can we show that on this camera over here?
Your camera, Daniel, right there.
Okay, right there.
Fine, it's fine.
All right,
Excellent.
see,
Excellent.
Dave.
All right.
There's Mount
There you
Baldini.
go. So modular.
Thank you,
here.
Baldini.
Okay.
My absolute pleasure, Hugh.
Always great to have you on.
Dan,
Thanks for
great to
coming
see
in
you.
today.
And, yeah,
Nice to
and we
see
should
you.
say actually we've come full circle now
Yeah.
because the very first time I was on this show, it was Dan who brought me on, and you two
Look at
guys.
that.
have
Thank you.
interviewed me,
And just
so.
a
Thank you.
fluke. We didn't plan it this way. It's
Nope.
just the way it worked
Nope,
out
just
today.
happened.
Isn't that something?
So, March 9th, where do people get tickets for the show?
You got to get me on Facebook, just because I literally have 8 to 10 tickets left.
All right.
So,
So just-
ASAP, and just get me. Go to Facebook and type in David Baldini, or
David Baldini.
yeah.
Okay, Dave.
Even though I hate going by that, but that's probably the easiest way to find me.
Okay. All right. Baldini, thank you.
My absolute pleasure.